Hello everyone, welcome back to Jordan Talks Football. Arsenal have made it to the Champions League final against all the odds, despite the fact that that was probably the most boring match I've ever seen last night, and honestly I almost fell asleep. But it seems as though their incredibly defensive style of play has paid off for them, and they are in the Champions League final. And they will face either Bayern or PSG after the game tonight. And honestly, if I had to guess, I think one of those two teams will absolutely cook them in the final, if I'm being honest. PSG and Bayern look absolutely incredible, in my opinion, compared to Arsenal. And Arsenal were very lucky to go through. I mean, there were two penalty decisions that could have gone against them that looked like penalties to me. The one where Gabriel tackles him from behind looked like a clear penalty. And I mean, the amount of times that Gabriel dived in that game was frankly ridiculous. I mean, talk about the dark arts. I mean, at some point, it's just cheating, isn't it? In my opinion, anyway. I think Arsenal are very, very fortunate to be in the positions that they are in this season. Lots and lots of decisions going their way and really winning every single game of importance for them 1-0. When they don't even have to play like this, they could be playing a lot more better attacking football. Overall, I thought Arsenal were very, very fortunate in this game against Atletico, to be honest. They did spoil the game. They did ruin the game. They slowed it down. You know, there was time wasting, all the usual stuff. The amount of fouls that weren't fouls given against Atletico from Arsenal players essentially just throwing themselves on the floor was pretty embarrassing, to be honest. And like I've been saying in my previous videos, I think at some point we have to bring in some kind of legislation to stop these kinds of things from happening, because frankly, if VAR isn't going to intervene, look at these decisions and go, that's clearly a penalty. And the amount of diving on the floor from, you know, these minimal contacts where defenders just back up into a attacker and then fall on the floor and get a free kick. It's frankly ridiculous, and we need to stop giving them, because the amount of times it's happened to Liverpool as well. When Liverpool played Galatasaray in the league stage of the Champions League, they wasted literally half the match from just throwing themselves on the floor. And it's just boring, isn't it? This is not football. This is not what people pay to watch. Like I've been saying, the Premier League stats this season, a record number of 0-0s. We've got record numbers of the ball not being in play. We're only watching 2/3 of the game. The ball's only in play for like 62 minutes on average per game, which means we're only watching 2/3 of a football match every time we watch it, because the ball's out of play so much. These are the kinds of things that need to be fixed for me. And all of this throwing yourself on the floor and then taking half a minute, 30 seconds for a free kick every 2 minutes, breaking up the play, making the game boring. This kind of stuff should not be rewarded in football, because at this point, the actual spectacle of football is being lost. The PSG Bayern game last week, I looked at that and I went, this is what football should be. You know, incredible attacking football, open games where teams are being rewarded for attacking, actual good football, good skill, good quality, just a good spectacle. People don't go and turn up to matches to watch these 1-0 games where they're super tight and basically everyone is just throwing themselves on the floor for half a match, winning free kicks and then just recycling the ball, trying to win corners instead of trying to score goals, thinking that every throw-in is like a chance to score a goal instead of just going and trying to score a goal from open play. This like absolute obsession with set pieces for Arsenal is honestly boring me to tears when I watch them. Genuinely, I cannot believe that they are in the final. I mean, obviously they defend really, really well. They have the best defensive record in Europe, but they are such a boring watch, aren't they? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. They play with 4 centre-backs and then 2 holding midfielders, and then they just pray for a goal, basically. They never really looked like scoring any goals. I think Atletico had the better chances. And like I said, they probably should have had 2 penalties. I mean, the one from Calafiori on Griezmann was a clear penalty, an absolute clear penalty. And they didn't give it because Gabriel got himself fouled by the Atletico attacker. Gabriel kicks the attacker and then gets a penalty and then gets a free kick. It was absolutely unbelievable. And then 2 seconds later, Griezmann clearly gets fouled by Calafiori and they don't give it. Arsenal very, very fortunate again, like I said. I mean, how long are they going to keep getting away with playing like this? In reality, they are so fortunate to be in the position that they're in. And like I said, I think they're going to struggle in the final, because Arsenal have spent the entire season trying not to lose matches in order to win things. I think PSG and Bayern are going to set themselves out, whoever gets through, because either of them, I think, have more than enough to beat Arsenal. I think they're going to go and they're going to try and win that game, and Arsenal are going to come unstuck because they aren't going to be able to cope with the sheer amount of will to succeed compared to their really negative mindset that they've been playing with this season. Frankly, it's been appalling to watch, and it's trickled down into the Premier League. We've got loads of teams now playing 4 centre-backs as their back 4, playing for long throw-ins and corners. And it really is destroying the brand of football. There are teams in the Premier League like Bournemouth, I think Man City, Brighton, teams that are actually trying to play football. Even Crystal Palace as well. I like watching Crystal Palace. But there are, I'd say, more than half the teams in the Premier League now playing this really boring, pragmatic football and basically playing for draws and 1-0 wins. Arsenal have got like 10 1-0 wins this year. They're very fortunate to be where they are, in my opinion. And they're probably going to win the league with like 80 points, which tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? Because last year when Liverpool won the league with 86 points, everyone was going, oh, well, Arsenal, it takes a little bit, like everyone was just talking about Arsenal basically, and it was ridiculous. They were saying stuff like, oh, Liverpool only won the league with 86 points. If Arsenal had done this, they would have won. Or if Arsenal, last season, Arsenal got 90 points and they didn't win. It's like, well, have you seen what Liverpool did against Man City when we got 96 points and 92 points and didn't win the league because Man City got 97 and 93? Like, these are the kinds of things that Arsenal fans talk about, which is why I don't have any respect for them, because they just go, oh, well, if this happened, then this happened. It's like, well, you haven't won anything. Your team plays like shit. And if I'm being completely honest, I hate watching them. And I hate watching the Premier League and what it's become recently because of what Arsenal are doing. And I think we should bring in rules and legislation to actually reward attacking teams and reward attacking players. Because right now, Arsenal are basically like, they're kind of sleepwalking to a Premier League title because everyone else is so bad. Like, it's incredible, really, that all the other teams around Arsenal, the only reason Arsenal are going to win this league, this is what they were saying last year. They said the only reason Liverpool won the league is because everyone else was bad with 86 points. They're probably going to win the league with like 80 points now, or 82 points, or 83 points. And everyone's going to go, Arsenal are amazing. It's like, well, everyone else was just really bad, to be honest. Even Man City couldn't get it over the line against Everton and are probably going to bottle it now. And Arsenal have just played the most devastatingly boring and terrible football. And it looks like they're going to get away with it. But anyway, guys, Arsenal are in the Champions League final. Do you think they deserve it? Let me know in the comments down below. Right now, things are looking pretty grim for football in general. Hopefully, we can see ourselves get out of this horrible slump that we seem to be in the Premier League with some better football, better style of play over the next few years, because it's been boring, hasn't it? Like I said, record number of 0-0s. That is not what you want to be seeing at all. As always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.